Welcome into the program, everybody. Another week down in football town.
You know, it's really sad that it's almost over.
I was thinking about that on the way over.
Like how often, how much do we just talk about? I can't wait. And we're so fucking close to being done.
I was going through, just some like things maybe I wanted to mention on the show or whatever. Because I was listening to another radio show on my way over here, and they were talking about like shit. So I was
brainstorming.
I'm rebuttaling in my head of what I want to talk about. And I'm thinking, like, what's the Bengals record? I'm like, they're running 10-4. And I'm like, there's like 4 weeks left.
Yeah.
And we're in the playoffs, and then the fucking sad times happen.
Yeah. Because we have. Yeah, it's almost over. Like it's sad, and then college is done in fucking a week, 2 weeks.
I get lost on college just because there's so much downtime of like, hey man, I don't fucking care. Like, I'll care next Saturday or what.
Yeah,
but it's like this gap.
Yeah, I don't watch the. Yeah, and then
the bowl games was just gonna make the bowls. Like, I never watched a bowl when I was a fucking kid. They obviously it was before.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever watched a fucking bowl game.
I
don't know if I just never. They don't matter.
Yeah, no, they don't matter. And it's like, I'm not going to watch fucking nobody play at noon. Yeah, I have other stuff to do. I like movies. I'd rather watch that than watch these two shitty football teams play. But yeah, the NFL, it's almost wrapping up and sucks.
And it was so good. This last week, like every game was like a one score, except like the Bengals game. Like they were all.
Yeah, fuck the Bengals, goddamn.
Down fucking 17-0, said, fuck that.
Hold my beer.
Boom.
Instant.
Dude, I fucked my brother over so bad. Down at his house on Saturday. And we were both doing a terrible FanDuel week for me.
Yeah.
It's been about a week and a half, pretty bad run. Pretty. Week and a half prior to that, fucking winning everything.
Fire, yeah.
Besides the WideSide stuff, but whatever. But I was making money. So me and Sean were like, watching the games, gonna pick or getting ready to watch the games. Just gonna do a single team.
Yeah.
So he did his, I did mine. And he's like, here's what I was thinking. And he had like Vikings offensive guys and then the Colts defense. I was like,
okay.
And I said, the way I do it, I said, like, if all your offensive guys have a good day, like, your defense is going to be bad.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get any points here because they're scoring. So he switched it.
No.
And then the Colts, like, 25 fucking, like, he still won.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
did he keep it the same then?
No. He switched it.
All right.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the first half, he had, like, fucking 12, 20 points.
Yeah.
As he had the Colts kicker.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That was the only guy that got him points. Now, granted, the second half comes and but still, like if he'd kept the.
Yeah,
I think he had Colts kicker, Colts defense, and then like.
Yeah. Jefferson
and Cousins. And it was like, oh, I really fucked you over, buddy.
Yeah.
I really. But he still did better than the double up because, the double up and then the next. Tier above that is what he won.
Like the $30 or $25.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Like he still did very well.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, the guy you swapped out for the guy I said got like 3.
Yeah. I sent you that fucking side-by-side of me last Thursday.
Yeah, like what? Point? 3/4 of a point?
Something like that, yeah.
I love the tumble though.
Oh, yeah.
$1,000 or fucking 7.
I won
30 or whatever.
30, yeah, but basically it was.
It's like a point.
Yeah.
Was it just a MVP flip?
No, my MVP was
fine. Your MVP was better.
My MVP was better than their MVP. It was, and this is the one that fucking kicks me, because sometimes I'll Google like the experts, what they say, and they're like, play Brock Purdy. And I was like, like quarterback, like when you have that many weapons and you run the ball, like your quarterback doesn't get out. So I was like, okay, I feel like my instance was the Seahawks are going to be down and Geno Smith's going to have to throw the football.
Yeah.
Which I was correct. He just didn't throw the football enough. So I had Geno Smith instead of Brock Purdy, and I think it ended up being like 1.1 points or 1.2 points.
Yeah.
From 2,700. And then I won 30.
If you had Purdy, you win.
I win. Yeah, win the whole thing.
Yeah.
No tie. No tie, because I would have been above him.
Yeah, because you're...
Yeah. I was like, fuck me. Should have listened to that guy.
That's a fucking kick, because I had that, what was it? Mine was like a 1 point...
Yeah.
1 3/4 points from winning.
Yeah.
But that was the $100,000.
Yes. Yeah.
Of like, hey, I'm fucking done for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, I was mad. Because when I went to bed, I was like, oh. When I went to bed, I think I was winning 150 or whatever it is in between like the big bucks and, your double ups, like the 150 mark. I think I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is looking pretty nice. I like this. Hopefully it just stays there. And then I was like, 30. But it's just because we tied. There were so many people with the same that ended up breaking down to be 30.
Yeah. Is mine like over the weekend?
Mine were awful.
I didn't play the Browns game on Saturday. I played the late game.
I played the Browns game. I played the Browns game and doubled up.
I played Vikings, didn't play Browns, played the late game, Offered. Sunday, obviously, didn't win ours.
Yeah.
Offered in the $1 million one. Offered Monday night.
Yeah.
Or Sunday night. And decided, hey, we're just going to take Monday off. Or no, I offered Monday. And then
you had a bad
like,
one.
I'm not doing it tonight.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, okay.
Just give me a break.
It's supposed to be shitty weather.
Yeah.
Okay. Not doing it.
Supposed to be shitty weather. I played tonight.
No, I think like the game tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 30, 40 mile an hour winds and rain.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Good stuff.
But it was, in like the $1 million one, or in ours or whatever, like I had some late game guys going.
Yeah.
And it's fucking weird how they never produce.
I know.
If you play at 4 o'clock, you get 0 fucking points.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because it was like, well, I think for the bulk of the 1 o'clock session, I was winning ours.
Oh, really?
And I was cashing the whole time until like probably midway through the fourth quarter, and then I dropped out and was like fourth, fifth, and then came down a little bit. It was like, I had like 5 guys left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, if these guys get 10 points, I'll at least probably cash.
Yeah. Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
You're doing a lot better, though, this year than you did last year. Because you're like top 4 in points, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am not. I am doing about the same. Just, I'm in the bottom half.
Well, I get, obviously, like the one I won, I blew everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was the most embarrassing thing for most people.
Yeah.
Probably that ever happened to them. And I'm talking about like if you accidentally had your wiener fall out at the school function.
I don't know what you want to do with that.
But
some people may not be embarrassed by that.
I mean, most people would.
Yeah.
Especially if like, you're at the tallywhacker stage and you're a kid.
Or you're cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on. But I went through that. Obviously, I did that. And then I think I got a second or a third once. But then I was in a stretch where I was like 4th or 5th each week. Mm-hmm. And that really, carries the toll.
Carries the weight there.
I don't know who won it this week, and I don't care.
I think Lane won it this week.
Man, he's a dog shit human.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
I don't really know him.
He is, though. I mean, he wins too much. Cashes too much.
I don't know that I even know him. I think I've said, hey.
Yeah.
Because obviously he'd talk to you guys and we'd be working and I'd be like, hey, you're a guy.
Yeah. I think I know you.
Your dad used to coach me. I went to school with your uncle.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Used to be my teacher too, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he started banging another teacher and had you. So that's how that went down.
When we used to tell like away teams like, oh, his mom bangs the principal. Like we used to.
All factual statements.
All factual statements. Very funny. Very funny.
Bet he didn't think about listening to this. He's going to be hearing about the sex lives of his parents.
Yeah. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
Well, they could only do it when he was at home.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say
no,
it.
I wasn't.
But you didn't.
It wasn't.
Like, this is the right time.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't do it. It didn't feel as genuine.
Well, it was way less because it wasn't my line. Seth wrote that line.
Yeah.
And it was a rather funny moment before talking about shit we can't talk about on air when he dropped that dime.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It wasn't about Lane.
No, it was not. We don't care
only
about
talk
you
about
enough.
you on mic.
Yeah. Oh man, but the Bengals with that comeback win over the Bucs is now because at this time of the year I like to think about who's not coaching next year.
Yeah.
Is Todd Bowles fired?
I don't know. Because it's like they're fucking bad.
Yeah, they are bad.
Like it is. Like Tom Brady doesn't look great.
No.
Like I don't know if you watched that game.
I did. I watched the game specifically, yes.
Like it was like Tom was, hey, Tom, like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike Evans, is he fucking 90?
Yeah, I know. He looks
like he
bad
just
too.
went to like, hey, he's not good at football anymore.
It drops. He never drops shit. Dropping stuff, not getting open. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a weird thing. It almost feels like something they don't know. Ever since Tom been there, they don't know how to act like when something goes wrong.
Well, and that's the other thing is like half the Bengals defense wasn't fucking playing.
Yeah.
Hendricks wasn't there.
Yeah.
Hilton didn't play.
Yeah.
Awuzie obviously tore his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing like two rookie fucking corners.
Yeah. And Eli Apple.
And Eli Apple. And Sam Hubbard gets hurt.
Yeah.
And they fucking shut you down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was like, the second half of that game was like, fucking Bengals are wagging.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they get, even if you can hold them for a little bit, and then they just kind of start chugging.
Well, I thought it was funny. Like, the second half, they were scoring all their points. They only had, 100 yards of offense in that third quarter because they kept getting the ball inside the 20.
Yeah.
The turnovers.
The thing that was most upsetting is that bullshit touchdown the Bucs score at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That whatever 75-yard drive or whatever put Tom Brady over 300 yards. The first person to throw for over 300 yards against the Bengals this year.
That sucks.
And it was in garbage time.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure that I don't think they've given up a 100-yard rusher.
Yeah,
this year.
We talked about it earlier. They're not talked about enough defensively, and they're a good stout
Phenomenal.
defense. Very stout defense.
It's like everybody's like, well, they just kind of, Kansas, they'll figure it out. It's like, no, this is 3 straight times that they have just fucking shut them down in the second half.
Yeah.
Just like, you're not moving the ball anymore.
No, it's that's a team defense right there.
Yeah.
They all play off of each other.
And that's why I hope all the head coaches keep their jobs.
Yeah. So they don't take Lou.
So Lou can't go anywhere. Because last time I felt like this about a defense for the Bengals was when Zimmer was there, and the next year he heads to Minnesota.
I would say the only, obviously corner is obviously a big need just because you don't have, the depth is not there. But if you just had some big inside defensive tackles. No, they're not bad. They do a good job.
No, yeah.
But just more of them.
He is, I just forgot his name. They're big D tackle.
Is it DJ Reader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a fucking animal.
Yeah. He's super good. Imagine if they still had the Ogunjobi or whoever, keep him. Or remember they had Frosty Rucker for 30 years?
I fucking love Frosty Rucker.
Yeah, it'd be me too, because his initials were
I don't really post on Instagram, but I used to.
Yeah.
He would like every one of my fucking pictures. And
funny.
I don't know why, but it's like, Frosty Rucker liked your pic. I was like, the fuck? And at that point in time, he's in Arizona.
Yeah.
We don't, not that it mattered. I don't fucking know him anyways. Didn't even follow him.
Yeah, that's funny.
Say, hey, Frosty likes your shit. And I'm talking 30 or 40 pictures.
Yeah.
All right.
That's funny.
Apparently he's a fan of golf courses in Ohio.
Yeah, must be. Yeah, just but that defense, they're quiet. And it's good. I mean, they're good for them.
I love that they broke it down on everything DB of when they show fucking 0 and then drop fucking 8.
Yeah.
It is so smooth. Obviously, I think that came with a pick, one of Brady's picks of third down, showing 0 man coverage and drop fucking 8.
Yeah, and get the interception.
Fucking cover 3 with 5 guys under.
It's crazy.
Hey, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, they are good. They are really good. And then just having everybody healthy on the offensive end is crazy too.
Well, that's what the only thing that's bothering me is the defense is so dinged up. Like Sam Hubbard might not be available till the playoffs.
Yeah.
It sounds like Hendricks is going to play this week with a broken wrist.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking animal.
Yeah. Maybe
he played the second half of that game with a broken wrist.
I know he did.
Hey, my wrist hurts. Well, it's broken.
Yeah.
So it's gonna hurt.
Well, I like Trey Hendrickson a lot.
Oh my God.
I like him a lot. I wish he wore gloves.
I like him more because he doesn't.
Wish he wore gloves.
Because it's like one of those, like you get like one of the big time.
Yeah.
He was
good in New Orleans. Fantastic in New Orleans.
People don't realize because it's TJ, it's JJ, it's this kid from Dallas. It's they talk about that of like no for like 5 straight years he's like top 3 in sacks.
Yeah.
Has more than JJ, has more than pretty much everybody else.
Yeah.
Except like obviously not TJ.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
But he just quiet, does his job, and in my mind, with the no gloves thing, like TJ Watt gets a sack, does a dance, he flashes the gloves or whatever, and Trey's just like pussy.
Yeah.
That's just in my his
hands have to either just be one strong as fuck or they hurt after every game.
I imagine he just can't feel them anymore.
Seriously though, how much just a defensive lineman grabs.
That's it. That's all they do.
I mean, your fingers have to be strong and just like he has to like slap a tree or something all the time.
I feel like the best tandem now. Grant him and Sam Hubbard together are great. Like Sam gets his fair share of sacks, but I think Trey gets a lot because Sam's quickness off that edge kind of pushes it that way. But I don't know why, but like Mac Crosby and Trey Hendricks, I don't know why that feels like that would like they would mesh together.
Yeah.
Like two fuck you guys kind of.
Yeah. Hubbard's an underrated guy too. He's your
100%.
He's he reminds me of like the Kyle Van Noy's and like the Rob Ninkenvinches.
Yeah.
Like he's your typical 4-3 defensive end. He's going to set your edge, going to run stopper, and he gets some sacks every once in a while. Like that's who he reminds me of.
I don't think they talk about him enough because he doesn't have the flashy sack number. One gets a lot of pressures.
Yeah.
But he is a terror against the run game.
Yeah. Does a really good job. Really good job.
And they're fucking linebackers like Logan Wilson.
Yeah, and
Balla.
What's the 57? What's his name? He's good too.
Yeah.
The other linebacker.
Yeah, 5'7".
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
Is it Jermaine? Last name Jermaine?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't know. I don't know names.
Me either.
They're just a nameless, faceless defense. Playing in the Queen City.
Queen City?
Yeah, it's Cincinnati. It's called the Queen City.
I didn't know.
There's like
that.
6 cities in the country. It's like, it's the Queen City.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would assume like maybe New York is the King City.
Maybe.
And these are the Queen City. Because I think Charlotte is like Queen City also, maybe.
That makes sense because it's like a girl's name, but.
Yeah. Like I think Cincinnati was always like the Queen's mainly just because of the river.
Yeah.
And all their industry that they had.
Gotcha. Oh.
And how safe it is.
How embarrassed would you be if you're the Patriots?
Dude.
I can't stop watching that.
That was the thing. If you weren't online or if you were watching the Bengals game, when that happened, when Jim Nantz is like, well, the Raiders just won on the last play of the game, and that might go down forever.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was like, well, I better get on Twitter and see what the fuck happened.
When I saw it on Twitter, it just said, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. My first thought was the Patriots fucking won on this walk-off.
Yeah, because they had the ball.
Yeah, they had the ball, and it's tied. And as soon as I see the running back burst, I'm like, he fucking breaks the tackle and he scores. Nope. Chucks it backwards, and then he throws it 30 yards backwards. Talk about a time for Chandler Jones not to hustle. I tell you.
He's just standing there. Like, that fucking ball coming? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then turns around and fucking absolutely spikes Matt Jones's head through the earth.
Yes. And then looks at him, too, as he's doing it.
If they had a close-up of, like, when he caught that and then turned around, what Mac had to be going, fuck.
Fuck.
And then...
Well, I think he was getting up. Like, I think Chandler Jones had hit him.
Yeah.
And he knocked him down.
And Chandler's just kind of walking up, they're going to run out of bounds.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a vet. I don't need to be on camera down there. And it's a good thing he wasn't hustling.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, you threw it right fucking to him.
Yeah, I don't know what...
And the thought process.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, hey, game's tied. Like,
just go down.
Overtime's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a tie doesn't hurt you.
Especially the
you're
fucking
Patriots. Throw it like to the furthest guy back. So if he catches it, he can't lateral it back, and he's got to beat all 11 defenders.
Yeah.
And might be the least athletic person
on the field
in the NFL.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Tom Brady at 48, probably more athletic than Mac Jones.
Maybe. It's up there.
I mean, it's close. But like, what was he gonna do with? Obviously, if it got to him, he was just gonna go down because he's smart enough to know.
Yeah.
And then, dude, the still shots of Matt Patricia like clapping and doing of like, are you cheering him on?
Yeah.
For throwing this around?
Yeah.
Or what? Like, what's happening? It's like, well, they need to know better. Like, for one, if you're just going to run a draw, because there's you're at the plus, you're at the minus 45, I guess. If you're with 10 seconds, no timeouts. You can't throw an out far enough with that time to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
So if you're going to run a draw, you can't run it far enough to get a field goal and get out of bounds. Just kneel on it.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are the smartest team ever. Just kneel on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get that either.
So, but did you run, and then you want to shit on them? That's well, they're just making bad plays. Like, no.
Take a knee.
We're allowed to talk about coaching now.
Yeah.
And how everybody, Bill Belichick, greatest ever do it. Bill Belichick's dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, since Tom Brady left,
he sucks.
Look at what the fuck has happened.
Nothing.
Well, he doesn't have a lot. Well, he picked the team.
Yeah, he's the GM.
Well, the offense is struggling. Well, yeah, he made the defensive guy and a special teams guy the fucking coordinator.
And they have no clue.
Point where there's so much dysfunction that the second-year quarterback is screaming at them. Throw the fucking ball. Well, we don't have any receivers. Well, that's Bill's department too.
Yeah, exactly.
But the one of, it's just like, it's a still shot of him having the ball, like he's just starting to cock it to throw it to Mac. And you see Patricia in the background going, ooh.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you think he's saying? It's just like, fuck, throw it.
Yeah. Throw it.
If you watch it and then pay attention to Matt Patricia on the sideline, he looks like he's cheering it on. Now, I'm guessing he's yelling, go the fuck down.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's clapping of like, yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Go the fuck down. Or just call the knee, Patricia.
Just take a knee. Here's the other point. When Bill's asked after the game, why didn't you just throw a Hail Mary? We can't. He just can't throw it that far. 55 yards? This is a fucking NFL.
Yeah.
He's an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
You're telling me Mac Jones can't throw the ball 55 yards?
Yeah.
Like, that's like baseline of getting in there. Fucking Matt Ryan can throw it 55 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
It's fucking high school kids that throw it 55 yards.
It's just excuses to fucking make you look a little better, and it doesn't make you look worse.
But that is, because you think about, obviously, Bill Belichick's a really good coach. He's a great coach, best coach ever in the NFL. But when he comes out, who was it that said that? He goes,
Shady McCoy.
Shady. He's just like, he ain't that good. He had Tom Brady.
Yeah. And
then like this shit is happening of like,
yeah, he makes a strong point. He makes a really strong point. I just, you're just not used to seeing it. And I think that's the biggest shock is you're not used to seeing dysfunction. Not that they're bad. If they were bad, that's one thing, but it's just dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Like you have offensive coordinators having to talk about the game plan during the game.
Yeah.
Like you have a game plan and you have things that you like and you try certain things once your script's done, but it shouldn't be every fucking time the camera's on you guys.
Yeah.
Because you have headsets. Why are you discussing it right there?
They're just embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
The greatest coach ever. Your team is embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're not that bad. For you to... Your
defense is great.
Yeah. And for you to say, I didn't have any weapons. Yeah, one, that's on you. And two, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Because at this point in time, you had 7 wins.
Yeah.
What's it? You're playing the fucking Raiders.
Here's the one that I love when they keep saying, like, teams that keep saying they didn't have any weapons.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Bill always tries to find the diamond in the rough, like fucking rounds that don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like, well, we're not going to draft a wide receiver because we can get this guy's not going to get drafted because everybody's undervalued. We'll sign him. It's like, well, he didn't make the team.
Yeah.
And I always go back to the T. Higgins thing.
Yeah.
Everybody passed on him.
Uh-huh.
When Jamar Chase was hurt for that 4 weeks, you know who led the NFL in receiving? T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, it sucks because they're not going to be able to,
you can't.
Bengals just can't keep everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, and you're talking at a time.
Yeah.
This wasn't like when T. Higgins was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Patriots were picking at like 28.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because the Bengals got him at 33.
Uh-huh. And the fact.
Also, the year when the Packers traded up, took quarterback.
Yeah.
Of like, they'll never draft. Yeah.
They
took T. Higgins there.
They did. And last year's class of wide receivers was fucking loaded.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't get that, and it's all on him.
Yeah.
Find a GM.
He just tries to do so much of that. Well, we'll find our guys in the 4th and 5th, which I understand. You build your teams in 3, 4, and 5. I get it.
Yeah, but
sometimes you need a star player,
and you don't keep them long enough to build them.
Remember that year your offense was really good? Randy Moss was there.
Yeah, exactly.
That fucking helped.
Wes Welker? Oh, yeah. Pretty big fucking deal there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get them.
That's the other one of like what talent does. You know how, just go back on the Minnesota thing,
mm-hmm.
how great Adam Thielen is?
Yeah, exactly.
And can't get the fucking ball in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
He would be the number 1 receiver on 20 other NFL teams.
100%.
It's like you forget that he's there.
Oh, yeah. Everybody forgets that he's there because doesn't get the ball. And I tell you, go back to talent. Okay, let's just go back to the Bengals since we were talking about them. At one point in time, Tyler Boyd was their number 1 receiver and had good stats before Burrow got there. So that's him. T. Higgins was the number 1 receiver in the league, yardage, and I'm pretty sure he was close to touchdowns too.
Yeah.
In that 4th span. And you have Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
I don't think that matters just a little bit.
So you have the top 3 wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Then you have a number 1 receiver as your number 2 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Guy that would be the number 1 receiver on 26 of the other teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top 10 receiver in the league,
mm-hmm.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And your slot receiver is probably the best slot receiver in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
True slot. Because it's tough to...
Yeah.
With Cheetah and all them, it's because they're not true
so
slot.
Much. Yeah.
They're doing other shit.
Mm-hmm.
But a true slot receiver, okay. And then your tight ends are okay too. And everybody forgets the Tyler Eifert thing that they had. Like the Bengals are legit great at drafting talent.
They are.
Now they sucked at drafting offensive linemen.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you fucking free agent sign Isaiah Prince and keep him around. Now the Lael Collins thing of he fucking
not earning
the
that
amount
contract.
of whiffs that he has is unreal. Like not get a hand on a guy, dude. You were doing a pass set and you didn't touch the end.
Yeah, I've watched him do some things sometimes. Not that I'm any kind of expert at all, but he gets such a big, kick out. Like a lot of the tackles when they pass set, they go out and back at the same time. So you're widening that pocket. It seems like he just goes back, and you shrink. Now you shrunk the pocket, and you left your inside gap open, and you're not quick enough to have that. Yeah, it's just. And I think that's why he whiffs because he oversets.
Because he's there's 2 kinds of tackles: the get your hands on him tackle, or a get to your spot tackle. He's a get to your spot tackle, but the spot seems wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a good. I mean.
He's very good. Obviously, he's very good, but it's just like when there's a breakdown, it's him.
It's him. Yeah. And and it's sad to say, but your right tackles are usually your worst tackles, and that just happens to be that, and you get your best pass rusher.
Yeah.
That's just the worst part. Not everybody can have Lane Johnson. I mean,
no, they did like Ted Karras, fucking animal.
Yeah. God, when he was walking off the field at Tennessee, just
hey, you fucking fuck you.
Fuck you.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
Fucking awesome.
I loved it. I was like, I like this guy. That's your offensive. That's an offensive lineman right there. Just a mean bastard.
What's nice of the Cincinnati thing of like, there's a bunch of guys like that you can root for.
Uh-huh.
Like Eli Apple is like the only guy on the team that's hateable.
Yeah.
Because he is
hateable.
The shit talk that he does for the level he plays at.
Yeah.
Now, he's not as terrible as everybody thinks he is.
Uh-huh.
But he talks like he's Jalen Ramsey. Now, I shouldn't say Jalen Ramsey because
he's a good corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Like, he's a lockdown guy.
Uh-huh.
Of like, hey, man.
Shut up.
You are not.
And it's
you
so
got
funny.
drafted top 10 by the Giants because Giants terrible organization. You had a fucking Buckeye leaf on your helmet.
Yeah.
Because that's the era of, well, just draft the guys from Ohio State.
Yeah. And that's so funny because I remember being a kid and everybody hated every player on the Bengals team.
Yeah.
I mean, now obviously Burfict didn't help that.
Ooh,
but
buddy.
just like nobody liked Chad Johnson because he talked. Nobody liked Hushmanzada. Nobody liked anybody on that fucking team.
I fucking love Chad Johnson because of the way he talked.
So did I.
Hushmanzada might be one of the most underrated players in history.
Yeah.
As far as like, nobody gave him any respect. Kind of like that Steve Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's, he's just small. It's like, well, Steve, he like leads the league in receptions every fucking year.
Uh-huh.
Like he's really good. But I love Pac-Man Jones.
Oh yeah, so did I.
When he was in,
oh yeah,
and he's still like a diehard Cincinnati guy.
I know.
Like he still lives in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I feel like listening to a conversation between him and Marshawn Lynch would be so fun.
Oh my god,
just so fun.
Marshawn Lynch might be the greatest human ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, he's awesome,
dude. I had this conversation. I think it was it was at my brother's house, but this couple weeks ago, I think that Murderville show that he was on. Did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
Just the little shit that he does.
Yeah. Did you watch the Santa one that came out? I watched a little bit of it, and he's on it.
Is he on it?
And there's a scene, and it's Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
And Will Arnett, and Will Arnett's like yelling at Jason Bateman, and Marshawn Lynch walks in. And he goes, "Oh, that's that motherfucker from Ozark."
But like, the little, like in the original one, it's like, well, hey, what's your name? Latavius Shitwagon.
Yeah.
But the one part that I don't think most people catch is at the beginning when he walks into the bullpen.
Oh, yeah.
Where the extra is walking by carrying a bunch of files.
Yeah.
And he just fucking knocks him out of his hands. It's like you barely see it because he kind of walked by. He just walks by and goes, boom.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Marshawn's awesome.
That was like a lot of people was shitting on that show. Now there's a couple episodes like with people that you knew weren't going to be good.
Yeah, weren't going to be good.
Like Conan was not going to be good.
Conan just laughed. That was just the funniest part was him. He couldn't keep his shit together, which it's always funny. But Ken Jeong was good. I liked him on there.
The one with Kumail of just do a weird walk and you have a signature sound. And he's like, you just like cover their. That in itself is such a funny premise. You have a signature sound.
Yeah. Oh man,
I love the improv stuff of like. I hope they do like another season of that.
Yeah, just how many? Because you can just think of people that would be funny on that.
Yeah, like they didn't even tap into like the Will Ferrells.
Yeah,
and I
tell you what, just from watching him do like skits on Saturday Night Live, Justin Timberlake would be funny on that.
Oh my god,
because he's funny on Saturday Night Live, let alone
down to Amityville.
Yeah.
Well, he's so good on Saturday Night Live, like the Omeleteville stuff, where he goes into these singing things. It's like you almost feel that little bit embarrassment and go, oh yeah, I guess he is one of the best singers.
Yeah. It's in like Bad Teacher where he has to pretend to like.
Yeah.
I wonder how hard it is for him to like pretend to sound bad.
Yeah.
Like when he's singing in that group. Yeah. Everybody forgets that he's pretty good at singing.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I mean,
I am looking at the playoffs right now for the AFC.
Denver's probably not going to make it.
I think 3 weeks
Got
ago.
you a win, bud.
Hey.
Scored 20-some points.
Yeah. Yes, we did. Had to do it over the old third-string quarterback, but we got it.
Hey, doesn't matter. Whatever gets it done.
Obviously, Bills, KC, Cincy lead the top 3.
Yep.
Tennessee, they're going to have a tough time making it.
I think Tannehill out for the season.
So you have their last 3 games. The Texans have been playing people so tight that you never know what's going to happen. Cowboys, Jaguars. And Jaguars are hot right now.
Yeah.
And Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Big night for the Jaguars tonight. Like, they got to get this win.
Yeah, because if they get this win,
if
they'll
they
jump
lose,
ahead of the Jets.
Yeah, but I'm talking about them winning the fucking division.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're only one game out in the division.
Yeah.
Because this is, like, they got to win tonight. If they lose tonight, the division's pretty much gone for them. But with Malik Willis now coming in, that might not be the worst thing for Tennessee because he can run. If maybe you can open that up and run a little bit because you don't. You traded away your receivers, so there's really nobody to throw to.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing: with this happening, 100% the Titans could lose out.
Yeah.
And the Jaguars, you're at that prove it point. If the Jaguars lose tonight in the next 2 games and then beat the Titans and the Titans lose out, the fucking Colts could make it.
Yeah.
Now, the percentage-wise, the Colts have to win out.
They have to win out.
But it's like, there's still a...
Yeah, there's still a
shot
in hell. The Jags are sitting at 10 right now of the... Like, if they beat the Jets tonight, they'll pop over the Jets.
Right.
And then they'll be 1 game back from New England. Yeah, no, there's a shot. Their biggest way is to obviously win out and beat.
They can't make the wild card.
Now, who do they have left? So the Jags, the Jets, the Texans, and the Titans.
Yeah.
So you have to beat.
They have to win tonight.
Yes, and you pretty much have to win out and then hope.
Well, because if they win tonight, that puts them at 7 and 8. The fucking Texans are at 7 and 7. Now the Titans are at 7 and 7 with a rookie quarterback. You lose again. Now you're tied for the fucking division.
Yeah.
With the win right now, which doesn't matter because you played them last week anyway. So like their best chance, or their only chance, is to
win out.
To win the division because that fucking wild card's tough.
It is tough.
The AFC is pretty tough sledding.
Yeah.
But then again, helping them because teams that are ahead of them, they'll jump over the Jets if they win that. Patriots play the Bengals this weekend. So I mean,
yeah. And I don't know, the Ravens are unsure too. You never know what you're going to get.
Huntley's starting again.
Yeah, and they play the Falcons. He should be able to beat the Falcons.
You'd like to think so.
And then the Ravens end with Steelers and Bengals.
Yeah,
and that's tough for them. Whew.
And it's so great to the point now that they just had to sign Sammy fucking Watkins.
Yeah.
That guy could have been so good. He could just never stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just looking there. And then, like, the Browns have a shot. The Browns and the Steelers have a shot in the dark to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only 4 or 5 teams that are eliminated. Like, it's still pretty...
There's 2 teams in the AFC eliminated.
Yeah.
The Texans and the Broncos.
And there's only, like, 2 in the...
3 in the NFC.
3 in the NFC?
Yeah. Cards, Rams, and the Bears.
I mean, still pretty tight sledding.
Yeah.
Now, if the Jaguars win tonight, I believe that eliminates the Colts and there's shit like that.
There's like 16, like this weekend.
And if somebody wins this weekend, like that eliminates the Packers.
Yeah.
And that,
There's what I read where this weekend there will be 16 changes.
Yeah.
Of that could be whether it's playoff clinched or division clinched or whatever there. So like the NFC is pretty almost kind of shut because the Phillies have clinched a playoff berth. The Dallas clinched a playoff berth. Minnesota and San Fran clinched their division.
Yeah.
So it's
fucking Lions fucking chasing, man.
The Lions, man.
And they got a good schedule.
Yeah.
Because by the
Panthers, Bears, Packers, that's fucking 3 wins.
Yeah, because the only threat to them would be the Packers if they play like they did that. But there's a pretty good chance Packers season's over.
Yeah.
Like this week.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then
now it'd be something if Rodgers beat the fucking Lions to keep them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they went out, they're fucking 10-7.
Yeah, so it started 1-6.
And I should tell you what, I sure as fuck wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
No, not being that hot right now. Yeah, because you have
make somebody pay, man.
Seahawks
just gotta get in the dance, man.
Seahawks, Chiefs, Jets, Rams. Like they could lose a couple there. They're not beating the Chiefs.
No.
Washington. They're not beating the Niners this weekend. Ooh, Niners, Browns, Cowboys. Oh, that's a tough last 3 games.
Yeah.
Giants, Vikings, Colts, Eagles. I'm seeing 1 win with their last 3 games too. I mean, that last half of those NFC games are tough.
That brings it up to the NFC of what I was thinking about on the way over here, because they were talking, and they happened to be talking about the Vikings.
Uh-huh.
About, obviously historic comeback win. Now Matt Ryan owns 2 records, 1 regular season, 1 postseason.
Yeah. Specifically Super Bowl.
Yeah. But everybody likes to shit because their point differential is only +2.
Uh-huh.
And they're 10-3?
Yeah.
Or 11-3, whatever it is. And everybody just likes to shit on. Now, granted, obviously, I kind of like the Vikings.
Uh-huh.
But everybody likes to shit on them.
Yeah.
They're a terrible team. They're just like there's something to be said for just finding ways to fucking win.
Yeah, it's the NFL.
But obviously, and the person that was saying this
Mm-hmm.
was on a local channel of, he's like, the way he said it was, yeah, they're whatever their record is. He's like, that's not the end all be all because they're offensive in this. And it's like, no, that is.
Yeah. It's
like your record, like this is the NFL.
Yeah.
Like this metric shit, wins and losses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
nobody uses the metrics to get into the playoffs there.
I can make a very strong case that the Bengals, if you want to follow that thinking, that's where I was tying that to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Because the way they say is like, well, who they beat? It's, well, they went to fucking Buffalo and beat the Bills. Yeah, but that was kind of no, they had to make plays at the end of a game, and they did, and the Bills didn't. So they won.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's your metric you want to go by, I can make a strong case the Bengals fucking 13-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they only got beat by 1 team.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Steelers game, the injury, field goal block. The Dallas game, there was some fuckery that went on at the end of that.
Yeah.
That got them beat. And the Ravens game, there was fuckery that went on. Like, those 3 games, they lost by a total of 4 points or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and
don't
get me wrong, Minnesota they're a good team, and they get sometimes it's better to be lucky.
Yeah.
The one that always comes to mind is obviously the Bills game, huge game. That Justin Jefferson catch over that dude, it's a fucking hell of a play. It's a hell of a play.
And he's just it's not shocking that he did it.
No, and it wasn't. And people blew that catch up. It wasn't that great of a catch because the defender helped him catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool in the moment and huge in the moment, but Josh Allen threw a stupid fucking pick.
Yeah. And then fumbled the ball in the end zone. But there's something that's, the bounce is just going their way.
It happens.
You mean they're hustling and they're around the ball?
Yeah.
Because bounces go your way when you're fucking there.
Yeah.
That's always my thing of like.
My only knock of the Vikings would be just how inconsistent that defense plays.
Yeah.
Because when they get beat, they get fucking beat.
Yeah.
I mean, what the Lions put up almost 40 points on them. The Cowboys put up 40 points on them. The Eagles put up 30 points. I mean, they get beat when they get beat.
But you could also say probably the biggest transition of any defense from last year to this year.
Yeah.
When you go from Zimmers to whatever you're doing now,
yeah.
I mean, of just like, that's like Chinese to,
speaking
English.
Yeah. It's I think Minnesota's a good team. They're 11-3. It's the NFL. They're winning fucking games.
That was my whole thing of like, well, the metrics say they're only +2 in point differential. That's of like, I don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
What's the one stat that only matters? Wins.
Yeah.
Well, they say that you're likely to win the game
if you score more points.
if you win the turnover battle, you get this. The one stat that is the fucking score.
Yeah.
If you score more points, you win.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make an argument like that for so many fucking
Those
teams.
fucking stats are so goddamn stupid.
So many teams.
Well, you got a 65% chance of getting a touchdown if you go for it on fourth down. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
What about the other 35% of the time?
Yeah.
When it doesn't work?
Yeah, okay.
Well, we throw that out.
Yeah. Let's go on the team that I like, who have one loss. Okay, if Brandon Graham doesn't just fall on the quarterback, they win the game.
Yeah.
They win the game.
Yeah.
So that's a little fuckery, too. They got lucky.
Yeah, there has been this last 2 weeks have been some fucked up. The Vikings in that first half.
Yeah.
Had 2 fucking defensive touchdowns.
Uh-huh.
People that they forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can make an argument
that was
for
one,
any fucking...
When the one guy, Darius Butler on Twitter after that game was over, he goes, "It's a hell of a comeback for the Vikings. This referee crew needs to be fined and suspended." So I clicked into the comments. The first comment is like, "Yeah, they really fucked the Colts over with that roughing the passer call." I was like, dude, the Vikings scored 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'll give you the first one because it was okay.
Uh-huh.
The second one was clearly the ball is out, picked up, and ran for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And they blew it dead. The
Yeah.
one thing that you're told not to do, hey, if a ball cut, just let it go, we'll fix it. Once you blow it dead, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but the that AFC playoff, it's wide open.
It's tough.
The last... Now, I don't think they're going to, but I can see the fucking Ravens being a wild card team.
Yeah.
I mean, technically they already are a wild card team, but like farther, like a 7 seed, and you know what I mean? Somebody, like, they can fall. It's it's tough.
Well, here's one. I mean, we talked about that. Like, the Bengals have Patriots, Bills, Ravens. I think they close with the Ravens. I think so.
Yes, they close with the Ravens.
Yeah. So they beat, if they beat the Patriots this week,
and
if they beat the Bills, like they keep talking about, well, this is a fight between the one seeds of like, well, you better not drop a game because the Bengals own the tiebreaker against every fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
So the very easy scenario where the Bengals are the 1 seed, and getting a bye.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
The Bills getting the 1 seed. I know we want to talk about like weather and stuff. Ooh, it'd be tough to
if you catch
Buffalo.
one like like at New England. Hey, the wind's blowing 65 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
They have Josh Allen, and he's another running back.
Yeah.
That's bigger than everybody on your team.
Yeah. I saw a tweet, a video, and it said, Justin Fields, he can't keep this up for forever with his body. And then there's like a 10-minute clip of Josh Allen just running people over and doing flips and shit. Like, yeah, you got a good point there, buddy.
Yeah,
you got a good point there.
You can.
It's just,
it just takes some time to learn. I mean,
to learn how to do it.
To learn how to not
give him 2 years.
Take the massive shot.
Give him 2 years. He's not going to be lowering his shoulder anymore. No. He's still young enough.
Give him a wide receiver to throw to.
Who? No,
Justin Fields.
Yeah. I was,
like the Josh, and that's already stopped. Like now, hey, if it's 3rd and 4, got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
First down, just go ahead and slide.
Yeah, Justin Fields, man,
I love it. It's like, well, they're not winning games. It's like, motherfucker, he is single-handedly carrying that team on his fucking back.
Yeah, and he felt a big 300-pound guy come on his back.
Has
the internet's
Colt
awesome.
Kmet is the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean, David Montgomery, I like him as a running back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, he's the only, Equinemius St. Brown, okay.
He's not his brother.
Yeah,
The problem, and we talk about busts all the time, and half the time, I would say a good majority of the time in nowadays league, a player is a bust from quarterback position only by the team that drafts them.
100%.
That's what makes them a bust. It's not their talent level. They got to the NFL. I would say the only one you can really pose that argument to would be a little bit of Baker Mayfield now. He's kind of really fell off his horse.
Yeah.
But everybody, it's like, okay, look at Trevor Lawrence. Everybody told that guy last year, you suck, you're a bust.
Yeah.
He is fighting for a playoff spot in his second year because you got him, one, you got him pieces, two, you got him a coach.
Yeah. That was another one. I had fucking Zay Jones on the weekend.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
And still didn't cash.
He's one that's just come out of nowhere. I mean, I know he had a decent year last year with in Las Vegas, but yeah, that's a nice little two-piece there.
But I've watched a decent amount of Bears games this year.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to YouTube for getting Sunday Ticket. That's going to be awesome. So I can get rid of DirecTV.
Yeah.
Now,
just had that guy come out and cut that line again.
Yeah, what the fucking asshole. But, you have DirecTV? Yeah, that's why I have the fucking dish on top of my house, you cocknabber.
Cut the whole line.
Oh, why'd you cut it? I was just, it was an extra line, so I cut it. Do you have DirecTV? Yeah. Yeah, you were here to fix my internet, jackass. Pretty sure that's a federal fucking crime. You're not allowed to touch other people's communications. Like, that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like, well, can you put it back together? No, it's different stuff.
Different stuff.
That's nice.
Okay.
Unfucking real. I kind of half-ass forgot about that.
I didn't.
But, yeah, that's
as soon as I saw it go to YouTube today, instantly thought, Randy had his DirecTV.
I'm so fucking happy.
Uh-huh.
But now the one thing you got to watch with YouTube is, like, you can't be on Twitter instantly. Because sometimes they're about to play behind.
Yeah.
A couple times you flip it on and go, I guess they scored.
Yeah.
But going with that on Chicago, because it's always like Justin Fields gets sacked a ton.
Yeah.
And then you get like Dan Orlovsky and stuff like that. It's like, he's holding on to the ball too long.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody to throw it to.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple times where it's like, hey, that's NFL open right there. You got to let that one rip.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's holding on to the ball for 3 seconds. Like, well, I feel like if somebody was open, he would have thrown it. And then watching this weekend of shotgun, three-step drop out of a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
On step 2, he's getting hit.
Yeah.
Out of a shotgun of like, and not by like an end, by a tackle.
Yeah.
Of like, hey,
yeah,
I don't know what you guys did in the draft last year, but did you do anything?
If you want here's a blueprint. Now, they're not the same player. Here's a blueprint of what you should be doing with Fields. It's called the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
They're very similar in the style of play. Hurts will run it. He's not as a physical as runner as Fields. I feel like Fields just says, hey, I have to run to try to make a play. And then obviously the weapons, but the style of offense, the reads, the stuff like that, that's what he can do. And he's athletic enough to make those same plays. And that's what, I really feel if you can get that going for him, that's where his success comes, when you give him a couple different options and then you put a defense in a bind.
Yeah. He's the most electrifying man in the NFL.
Who?
Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah.
It is fucking unreal to watch.
That big ass run he had last week, yeah, that was awesome.
That was the greatest run of the week, and he stepped out of bounds, but like a quarter inch. It's like, fucking Christ.
Yeah. Surprised he could see.
Yeah. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And had a rushing touchdown 5 straight weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't last week because fucking an inch or so out of bounds, but that was a hell of a spin move.
Uh-huh. It's, we talk about that when coaches are hired, they always go opposite the next year.
Yeah.
It's like, that was a time where you needed to stay the same. You needed to keep an offensive guy to work with this dude.
Yeah.
Or you needed to hire somebody who can call plays for their players.
When it's one of those ones of now your offense sucks and your defense sucks.
Yeah.
And you traded away your best defensive player.
Both of them. Traded away Robert Quinn and Roquan Smith.
Yeah.
And you didn't re-sign Akeem Hicks, who had been there for years.
Yeah.
What was he doing so wrong? He was just old. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, they are in that position of, like, they have, like, top 3 money for next year, I think, because everybody of, like...
Yeah.
But that doesn't go far. Like, if you want a weapon for Justin Fields, it's going to cost you $30 million.
Uh-huh.
So the $100 million you have to... It doesn't go that far.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, and
you got to buy an offensive line.
Yeah.
Because you can't draft... You got a guy now that's on a rookie contract. You can't draft an offensive line for him. You have to buy one.
Yeah.
You got to do what the Bengals did. You just got to, hey, here's maybe we can get 2 of our guys to work. We got to go out and buy 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think
probably a lot of guys would want to block for Justin Fields of having that feeling that, like, hey, if I do fuck up, I think he's going to get me out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a team's just, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird just what, I mean, if I go into that, like, I thought, I thought for the Bears, like a Brian Daboll would have been there.
Yeah.
Like, because he likes to work with quarterbacks. Yeah. And you like, I thought that would have been, okay. Now, the Giants had the same thing. Like, they needed somebody to work with Daniel Jones. And they're pushing for a playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
1 year in. So he's done a fine job there. It's just weird when you have a talent like that. Even if you didn't know he was talented, he's still a second or first round quarterback. You traded up to
draft him.
Exactly.
I mean,
you did that.
You thought something.
Mm-hmm. Help him out.
And he fell to that spot because he's from Ohio State. He was top 3 pick for 2 straight years.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, then Todd McShay, he's not a leader.
Yeah.
Seems like he is, and you're drunk.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're on TV, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to step away and take care of some personal things. Oh, you mean because you've been drunk on the fucking sidelines? Fucking tone it down, pal.
It's cold over here.
Because he came out again this last week.
Yeah.
Said, see, a lot of things, he's a bad guy in the locker room. Like, fucking based on what, buddy?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you talking about? Like,
he came out
wrecks people's draft stocks.
Yeah. He came out in a press conference and said that it was on him after he apologized to his team with a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
Seems like an okay guy in the locker room.
Yeah.
I'd want to play for that guy, with that guy.
Because I still think about that of like, that, like, basically Justin Fields fell down after that quote of like, just imagine.
Yeah.
Just imagine if the fucking 49ers would have took him.
Yeah. And after that, he should have been in a Denver Broncos uniform, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's...
You take Patrick Surtain, which is great.
It's great. It's a fine job.
You get about 6 years.
Yeah, but he's just like, you don't have franchise cornerback. I mean, and don't get me wrong, he is fantastic. Yeah. Really is.
Great. But that position is like 6 to 8 years.
Yeah, and
top level.
And you buy one of those. You can buy a good corner because that's what they did when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Keep Talib.
Well, look at, I mean, now granted, the Rams suck this year, but they paid a lot of money for Jalen Ramsey, and in year 2, all he does is give up touchdowns.
Yeah.
Of like, maybe not the lockdown guy anymore. And it's not the...
Maybe you don't have to put him on everybody's best receiver.
And you can say that, everybody, that they like to say the Penei Sewell thing with the Bengals of, well, Burrow wouldn't have got sacked if Penei Sewell would have been there. And of like, okay.
You also don't go to the Super Bowl if Jamar Chase isn't there.
Yeah. And let's not forget that another half a second, Jalen Ramsey got burnt for the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Jamar Chase was 10 yards past him while he was laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Of like half a second, game over.
Yep.
Of like,
yeah.
I do have to say some things about recruiting because I was on the Twitter, obviously, of just mainly for Ohio State because 5 to 7, depending on who you fucking listen to and who cares. But the Buckeye fans losing their fucking minds. They got to fire Ryan Day. This is absurd the way they can't get players. He can't of like, well, first of all, they're ranked 5 to 7 because they only took 17 guys. Like that's what they have to offer.
Yeah.
Well, Alabama got that. Well, it's fucking Alabama.
Yeah. For
one. So let's tone that down.
Yeah.
And 2, like they still got a 5-star, a bunch of 4 stars. You're pissed off because of Raiola kid of like, well, if he withdraws because they signed a 4-star quarterback, then you don't want that fucking guy anyways.
He's not a competitor.
Yeah.
He thought it was his job.
Yeah. So, and then it's like, Georgia signed 24 guys. That's why their point total's higher.
Yeah.
But if you average out what they, the average player ranking that they do, that whatever, the 4.9 or whatever.
Yeah.
If you average that out, Ohio State's they have the number 2 recruiting class. Of like, they're still getting guys. They just only signed 17.
And the big name guys chose the places where they're nearest by. Like the big defensive end they were after, the DJ's younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up north. He's in the Northwest. He's probably going to pick Oregon.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys picked the Northwest.
They did get that big fucking tackle I was telling you about that's like 6'3", 310.
The defensive tackle?
From Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he signed.
Yeah, and then there's still the transfer portal.
They signed a kicker.
Yeah.
They were pissed. All they've signed is a kicker out of the transfer.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
and
wait,
a long snapper.
Who did you?
Yeah.
Do you think you were going to get the corner?
Yeah.
That was the number one recruit going to it's going with his coach. I mean, did you think that was going to happen?
And there was like 900 people in the fucking portal, guys. Okay, calm down. And you're mad because Michigan pulled some guys out of the portal. That's it.
That's all they do.
That's all they do.
Because they can't recruit.
No, and that's what. And if you can't do that, then they're doing what they're good at. Can't fault them for that. And why'd they go? Who'd they get? Offensive linemen. Why?
That are ready to play.
Because they're producing offensive linemen like crazy.
Yeah.
That's why, guys. Because they're running the football. How do you get recognized as an offensive lineman? Run blocking.
Yeah. How do you get into the NFL? How about being an offensive lineman that's actually put your hand in the dirt?
Uh-huh.
Because that's the new trend of, hey, we have to teach this guy how to get in a three-point stance.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do that in the NFL from time to time.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they don't in college.
Yeah. Ohio State fans are idiots, number one.
It is crazy out there, man. Of like, just fire them now. Just fire them now.
Mm-hmm.
That is like when they win the national championship, they'll be the first ones crying out there, I fucking always believed in this team. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That is now I have a little more because I went wild last week about they were going to blow out Georgia and how I just listened to all the breakdowns of all the talking heads. You would think
the game's
that
already
Michigan
played.
dominated that game start to finish.
Yeah.
They did not.
Mm-hmm.
They made 5 plays.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, Ohio State controlled the game.
The last 8 minutes, they did not. That was when it got bad.
But it was up until that, it was 2 50-yard plays.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, you're running zero cover. But they're like Ohio State got fucking bullied and just pushed around. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
And the Georgia thing of like, Georgia's going to push everybody around because they're fucking Georgia. But they're not going to push them around like they're a fucking junior high team.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, you just forget. You're forgetting. Georgia's worst thing is their defensive backfield is terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Ohio State throws the ball.
Yeah.
They say, Tennessee's offense ain't Ohio State's offense.
No. Not
even fucking close.
No, because it's predicated on your pace of play, and it's predicated on, your track of your first down.
Yeah.
That's what, if you can hold a Tennessee to a 3rd and 8, now granted a lot of teams can't do that, or a lot of teams can't do anything on 3rd and 8, but they have no clue what to do on that 3rd and 8 because they've only ran 12 seconds off the clock and it's only 3rd and 8. That's why. And Tennessee's defense is terrible.
And Tennessee, they, good quarterback, good receiver. The receiver, you can make talks about his route tree is not great. He only really runs 2 routes.
Yeah.
That's
the
it.
Go in the post.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just is better than everybody out there. While I think Ohio State's offensive schematic with the weapons they have is very bland.
Yeah.
They should be more in that 49ers concept type where it's more creative.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State's bland offense is 10 times more dynamic than what Tennessee's is.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
Now, Tennessee put up a bunch of numbers, but that guy just kind of ran by people.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta look in the weeds at what really happened to Georgia. They are not a dominant defense. They're going to stop you running the ball.
Yeah.
But they're going to give up plays.
Mm-hmm. It's the it's the overreactions that always get me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they suck. Okay. Well, they're in the playoff, number one. And like, again, we talked about it. Georgia should be pissed that they have to play Ohio State.
100%. They should be playing TCU.
They should be playing TCU. That is the worst team of the 4.
Yep.
They should be the 4th seed playing Georgia. They should be mad.
And if you listen to everybody, now they all think that Ohio State's getting blown out, but they're also the team that says that Ohio State's probably the only team that could beat them.
Yeah.
So it's weird that they're getting blown out, but they're the only team in the playoff that could beat them.
Uh-huh.
But it's one of those, and what Georgia does on offense.
Mm-hmm.
You run the ball or whatever. If you bend, don't break kind of thing, that running the ball can get knocked into field goals because that's, but the passing game, like Ohio State's terrible in the defensive game.
Yeah.
Passing. But not really. They're terrible defending wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Defending tight ends, number 2 in the country.
Yeah.
Defending running backs, number 1 in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Top receivers for Georgia, 2 tight ends and a running back.
Yeah.
Their worst receivers are their fucking wide receivers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It plays into their strengths.
So
yes.
the matchups are, if you step back and actually watch the games, it's not now.
Yeah.
High State fucking boat race just because they're hanging their head still from what they've fucking done the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But if it's not, the points wise, if you're betting that game like the 6.5, I'd lean on the Ohio State side of the. I think it's. I don't know that it's a blowout. Obviously, I believe Ohio State's going to beat them.
Yeah. The 6.5, I feel like it's a good number.
It's a great number.
I think it's a great number for the bets. And
be awesome if you could bet on it.
That's what I'm saying. If I was able to bet on it, I would probably still take the Georgia one. I just don't, because if Georgia wins, it's not close.
Really?
That's my personal thought, because we know what Ohio State looks like when they're down, and it gets kind of sporadic and crazy. And if I feel like Stroud kind of tries to do too much, and I feel like that's what happened against Michigan. He was trying to do way too much out of character stuff and wasn't thinking about, I lost the ball. So that's why I would probably take Georgia, because if it is a touchdown game or a 6-point game with minimal time left, I feel like Stroud does something out of character. He's gonna
throw a stupid dinner. He does.
Yes, out of character to then give Georgia the ball back. And Ohio State's defense does not recover well after. There's no flip the script of we're going to get it back. It's like, fuck,
Yeah, well, where Ohio State gets in trouble with their defense is like in that Michigan game of like, hey, could you guys get a first fucking down? Give us a couple minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give us a couple minutes. See, but I'm the difference of like usually. Like, I think if Georgia wins, it's like a 30-24.
Okay.
And I think if Ohio State wins, I think Ohio State boat races them. Like,
I think that's how Ohio State has to win.
If Ohio State comes out and their script is wide receiver screen, run, shot to Marvin Harrison, they're losing.
They're losing.
Now, if they come out like they did in that Clemson game of just balls to the fucking wall, hey, boys, this is what we do well. See if you can stop it.
Yeah.
This is what we're fucking doing. Like, I could see where Ohio State puts up, if it gets into the like Ohio State wins like 48-24. Because if you get them into a track meet, Georgia can't. I don't think Stetson Bennett can keep up with that. Just like when you seen when Ohio State, where it's like in the Penn State, where it's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I don't know. I go back and forth on it just because I like we talked about. I just don't think Stroud's like the guy. He's good, but he's not.
He doesn't have like that.
That extra
that killer.
Yeah.
Like Justin Fields, like in that Clemson game, like it was like
he was locked in. He was ready to go. I don't know. Just a feeling that I have, and I'm usually wrong a lot of the time.
Yeah,
I am.
I just so quickly. Yeah. I mean, I feel. They obviously have the Marvin Harrison thing, and that was the other rumors that he's transferring to USC.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
okay,
that was weird.
Yeah,
that popped out the other day, but I don't think so. But maybe,
yeah, possibility.
They get fucking boat raced.
Yeah,
maybe. But and they said, well, he doesn't have a quarterback. Well, the guy that's next in line was his fucking high school quarterback. So maybe they have a connection. I don't know.
Yeah,
but. Like with that time off, I kind of feel like now they're nowhere near Njigba. But of like that step that Njigba took in that month of like you getting a Buka that just goes off. Like, hey, we kept Marvin Harrison to a touchdown and 100 yards, which I feel like that would be a win for Georgia.
Yeah.
But then Ibuka went for like fucking 170 and 2 touchdowns. It'd be one of those things.
Yeah.
Or, the other guy fucking goes nuts.
Yeah, or just maybe use your fucking tight end that you used the first five fucking games that you didn't use in the last 5 games.
It just runs up the seam and is always open and catches mostly everything except for when you need the touchdown, then it gets tipped out. But that's more of a defensive play than anything. But yeah, first 5 games, it was like, this is fucking awesome.
Caged over. I'm like, yes, would love tight ends.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like, just take a seat.
Yep. Sorry. These guys aren't getting theirs. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're too much of a spotlight.
Yeah. That's always one of those, and that feels like that even with Urban Meyer, like that was always got to get everybody enough touches. Like, how about you secure the game first?
Yeah, then we worry
and then
about
when
them.
they get touches, they get touches.
But what?
Or if you want to touch, design a fucking play.
Yeah.
That like Alabama would do of like, hey, we need to get him a touchdown, so we're going to run him in motion to where somebody can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was the difference maker against Clemson a couple years ago. Is Ohio State used their tight ends.
Yeah. Because you can't. College teams just can't.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
They mostly play zone. They drop a shell.
And nobody
three shells, maybe play 4 underneath.
Yeah, and that 10-yard window in the middle of the field's open.
It's fucking tough.
Open. Because it's a tough thing for a college linebacker to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they're dropping 4 and you have middle open.
Yeah.
That you got 2 split safeties of like, well, that kind of right behind the linebacker is a tough place to defend.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. You want to do some
picking?
Pick'ems?
Some picking? I don't see why not.
Sweet.
I don't think we did very well.
You went 3-2. I went 2-3. So you are climbing back very slowly but surely.
At a time. I feel like I'm going to run out of time.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I haven't done the overalls in a couple weeks. I usually.
It's far enough out that we'll just say I won and be okay with it. Feel everybody listening would concur.
I don't think so. I feel like I have a couple people rooting for me. Maybe not.
What the hell is going on here?
Did you download the app?
No.
Oh. Because I did, the Sportsbook app, and it's not... Oh, there we go. Got it now. Oh, no, never mind. Gotta delete the app real fast because it's not letting me see the odds because we're not allowed to bet yet.
It just did it. Yeah, it showed the odds and then it locked it.
Because I have the app. That's why it's not letting me do it.
Well, this is a fucking problem.
What the heck? I just want to see... I'm not making bets. I just want to see the fucking odds.
I don't understand why they're locking the odds. What are you doing, FanDuel?
Yeah. Why are we locking the spreads here? God damn it. I don't want to use ESPN.
That must be a thing they just did. Like, they've never...
Yeah. All right. Just want to use the ESPN one then?
Oh, fuck. I don't even have the Sportsbook app yet.
Oh, really? It must just be since we're in Ohio now that they're just locking everything until the first of the year, which that's stupid. It's very stupid.
I got a screenshot of it before I got 2 games.
Nice.
Fuck, one of them was for tonight. So,
all right, I'll just use the ESPN ones. I'll give you one while you're still looking it up.
All right. What'd you go? Just NFL spreads, ESPN?
Yeah, I have the ESPN app, so I just clicked on that.
I don't.
I will give you the Saints at the Browns, and the Saints are +3.
Browns.
Okay. Browns.
I will give you... the Giants at Minnesota. Minnesota is -4. Is that the number you have? Because I am on a different site.
Yes.
I'm on Yahoo's site, of which they... They have the lines, but they have no affiliation with the NFL.
Uh-huh.
So they don't have logos. They just have generic helmets with the team color on it.
Nice.
It's
That's funny.
It's like old school, like...
Yeah, like fantasy football.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like, okay.
All right, I will give you this one's funny that it's this low. The Texans at the Titans, and the Texans are +3.
Give me the Texans.
Okay.
Well, it's not odd that it's that low because they've almost won 2 massive games back to back.
Yeah. And Tannehill's done. What did he do? I didn't even see what he did.
Ankle.
I think
it's a high ankle sprain, which is like a 4-week injury.
Yeah, we'll just shut you down, buddy.
I'm going to give you Philadelphia at Dallas. Dallas is -4 with the starting quarterback of Gardner Minshew.
And that's the only reason I'm going Cowboys. It's kind of tough when you haven't played all year and come in and you think the Cowboys or the Phillies still going to beat them.
I think Gardner Minshew's a fucking dude.
I like Gardner Minshew. I really
fucking
do.
Fantastic.
I really do like him. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. Honestly, I think something fucking going on with Dallas. It's that end of the year bullshit where it's like everybody's figuring them out of like, oh. Everybody wants to shit on Dak for losing that game. It's like, hey, how about your vaunted fucking defense?
Yeah.
That everyone's like, Dallas's defense is so good. You couldn't stop them one fucking time.
Yeah.
One fucking time if you stop them in that second half, game's over.
Yeah. Yep.
We got this great defense because got a guy that makes a lot of interceptions, a guy that sacks quarterback. Well, the guy that makes a lot of interceptions also gives a lot of fucking touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No shit.
All right. I'll give you. Did I give you or you? Yeah.
It's my turn to give you.
Okay. You give it to me, baby.
Lions at the Panthers, and the Panthers are +2.5.
Give me them Lions, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna knock off that Panther dick, man. Bite kneecaps and knock off dicks, man. That's what Lions do, man.
Have you been practicing?
No.
Oh, not bad.
But I feel like it's good, man.
Not.
I just noticed the location that it's got to feel like you're talking in your mouth, man, instead of your throat. I'm a throat talker.
I know you are,
but you're a mouth talker and breather. You got to feel the words in your mouth.
Just give me a fucking game.
How about you pick that fucking Cincinnati New England game, man?
All right, Bengals.
Okay,
-3.
Wonder what the weather's going to be like for that one.
I don't know
because it's it's on Saturday. Like the weather's hitting us tomorrow and tonight. Yeah. Saturday it should be kind of in the New England area.
Yeah, is it supposed to go that north though?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either. You're the weather guy. You usually look.
Doesn't affect me.
I know. I'm going to give you the Raiders at the Steelers. The Raiders are +2.5.
Give me the Steelers because I don't know why.
Okay.
I have no reason for that pick.
Okay.
The only thing weather-wise that I did see for Saturday is the fucking Browns game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fucking -3 with like 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Awesome.
The over-under is already down to 32?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I'm going to give you Washington at San Francisco. San Francisco -7. First off, the special teamer from Washington making the fucking Pro Bowl.
That video was great.
Fucking, you need me tearing up over fucking Twitter? That's Jesus.
I have 6.5. San Fran 6.5.
Whatever you want to do, bud.
I'm still going the Niners either way.
So it's a good thing you brought that up.
Yeah.
It's not changing my decision. I just want to let you know you're wrong, bitch.
You let me know all the time, okay?
That's because I'm like to be right.
I like to be right. All right. Packers at the Dolphins.
I mean, I'm getting these off a fucking website that has fucking bullshit helmets as their...
The Packers are +3.5.
Who are they playing?
The Dolphins in Miami.
Fucking Dolphins. I think the Packers season gets ended this week.
Yeah. Poor Raj. All right, I need one more, sir.
That's a Monday night game. Not going to do that. Seattle at Kansas City. It's a 10-pointer.
I'll take Seattle. It's tough. The 10 points and it's never seemed to cover.
Yeah, just came out of overtime with the fucking Texans.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't get it. Never cover. It's weird.
It is such a weird thing that FanDuel is blocking just looking at the fucking line.
I know.
We've been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just because all of a sudden it's close.
Because we're fucking 10 days out or 12 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
Like we were betting on that before. I mean,
it won't let you. I've tried. I've tried to like block my location and it still wouldn't let me.
Be excited for that next week.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I'm doing it in the bowl games. The January 1st or January 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it'll let us do it. I feel like it'll be like bombarded that Sunday where all the NFL plays.
Yeah, what bowl are they, like the Rose Bowl and stuff going up against the NFL?
No, they're doing it on Monday.
The Rose Bowl is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those, whatever they call them, the New Year's Six.
But we couldn't be in the college football playoff because we got to play. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like you know that the NFL is king.
Yes.
And go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I assume, because we'll be able to bet on Sunday.
Yeah.
And be full slate.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like the app's going to crash every time I click on it.
10 games probably on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Could be a millionaire.
I should do a 10-game parlay and win 100,000.
Yes.
I just assume. Obviously, I've been picking games so well this year.
If you do that, let's insulate this place.
Nah. You got to stay humble.
Yeah, you're right.
Got to stay humble.
Right. You're right. Heat would ruin us.
I just love because that obviously I follow FanDuel Sportsbook on Twitter because they always pop up those fucked up parlays that people put together. Like, hey, this guy just won $38,000. He bet 38 cents.
Yep.
But he picked the weirdest fucking shit.
Yeah. It's funny.
So I think that was one. I think I told you that. Like that was that Boston Connor thing.
Yeah.
Like he picked two guys. He parlayed two guys to score 2 touchdowns of guys that didn't have 2 touchdowns on the year. Bet $100 and it fucking hit. Yeah. For like 28 grand. It's like, what the fuck?
Lucky bastard. I know I'm not that lucky. Like, not to win thousands. Not to win thousands.
Yeah.
Like, maybe to win like $100 or something like that. But not like that.
Well, I mean, you'd have won a 5-teamer twice this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not have won it once.
Yeah.
I think I went 4-1 a couple times.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'd put a little more juice into it of actually looking at the game as opposed to just thinking about it for 2 seconds and giving my answer. But I do think about that of like, we're going to pick the whole fucking slate. It'd be nice to be able to pick the whole slate, but it's going to be fucking Saturday game. No, there won't be Saturday.
Not next.
We'll be able to pick the whole slate.
Yeah.
You pick the whole slate, so actually then, like a $5 bet probably get you 100.
Yeah.
If you pick, there's some underdogs there.
Yeah. Be fun. Be cool.
Yeah.
Be cool. Be
Can't
awesome.
believe him be retired by next week. That's the worst one too. Of like, you pick the full, pick the full slate, and like the first team that kicks off, fucking losing by halftime, they're down 30. Well, unless it's a Colts.
Yeah,
it's like, well, fuck, this is over.
Yeah.
But see, I look at that. I mean, that's terrible betting strategy. But to me, I just look at that's like just fucking playing the lottery.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe I can win it.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there are no carryovers. Winner take all.
Winner take all.
I wonder how much I'll do in the fantasy once this happens. Because I could put, obviously I'll do the WideSide stuff, but am I going to put it in the million or I'll just throw this into this? I'll just come up with some bullshit. I'll probably still do the $1 million one, but.
I mean, it's only $5 for the $1 million one. I feel like I can put $5 in the actual sports book now and
have a better chance at,
$18. Yes, I did it.
Yeah. I can make the 5 $1 bets and probably get my $18 maybe.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Been a fantastic time, man. Is there not? Are we? I
don't think there is one this week because it's all
the way
Saturday.
The games are all fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I kind of looked today and I was like,
so then I tried to change it and it doesn't do it for this week. It would do it for next weekend. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I figured that was the case of since they got some games on Saturday, some games on Sunday that they're really just it's not on. Well, because it was like last week. There's 6 teams that weren't involved and or 8 teams actually.
I think it would just be like however certain number of too many teams are playing on Saturday to.
Well, basically the full slate is on Saturday, and then there's 3 games on Sunday.
On Sunday, and then the one Monday nighter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So
Yes, sir.
we don't crumble cookies, we eat them.
Yes.
Right here at
WideSide.